When we think of prison, we usually picture hardened adults tattooed, towering, and maybe with a taste for smuggling snacks in strange places. But not all inmates are grown-ups. Some are barely old enough to ride the bumper cars at the fair. In this chilling, bizarre, and sometimes heartbreaking countdown, we'll look at 10 kids who landed behind bars for the most jaw-dropping reasons imaginable. 6 from schoolboys turned killers to kids who confused wrestling moves with real-life consequences. These stories are as shocking as they are tragic. Number 10. Zachary Neagle. Meet Zachary Neagle, who, in 2009, looked more like someone you'd see in a school photo than in a mugshot. At just 14 years old, Zachary stunned the nation when he shot his father in the head while he was sleeping on the family couch. Photos of Zachary in a prison jumpsuit, chained up like he was auditioning for the role of prisoner number 1 in a movie, went viral. It didn't help that he looked absolutely terrified. His sentence? A whopping 96 years in prison. Some speculated Zachary's actions stemmed from alleged abuse and that he was trying to protect his siblings. Others argued a line was crossed that can't be uncrossed. Either way, it's safe to say this was one family feud that didn't end with a TV show appearance. Number 9. Lionel Tate. Lionel Tate might sound like the name of someone starring in a school play, but in 2001, he became the youngest American ever sentenced to life in prison. At age 12, he was babysitting 6-year-old Tiffany Eunuch. The pair ended up wrestling, unfortunately not WWE style, and things took a devastating turn. Weighing significantly more than Tiffany, Lionel's play fighting quickly became lethal. She suffered injuries so severe they were compared to a fall from a 5-story building. Despite Lionel's claim that he did not mean to hurt her, the court was not buying it. Tiffany's family got the justice they demanded, but many others questioned whether a 12-year-old should be locked up for life. Wrestling clearly isn't child's play. Number 8. Petri Kurti. If you think kids can't be dangerous, Petri Kurti might change your mind. At just 12 years old, he became the youngest person in the UK to kill an adult. His victim was 47-year-old Glenys Binley, whom Petri violently stomped on during a robbery gone wrong. So hard, in fact, that his sneaker print was left imprinted on her face. Gruesome does not begin to cover it. The judge acknowledged Petri's chaotic upbringing. His parents had the parenting skills of wet cardboard, but still, a 12-year minimum sentence was handed down. His accomplice, 20-year-old Zohab Maqsood, got the same. Petri's case left few with sympathy. Reformable might be in the vocabulary, but for this case, most folks went straight to nope. Number 7. Alex King. Alex King's story sounds like a messed-up soap opera if the soap opera were written by a true crime author with a dark sense of humor. At age 12, Alex was allegedly in a relationship with his adult neighbor Ricky Chavis, a man more than triple his age. Disturbing? Yes. Illegal? Absolutely. Ricky reportedly convinced Alex to bludgeon his father to death with a metal baseball bat. Although Ricky denied the relationship, there were love notes, shared drugs, and lots of quality time that added up to a very creepy puzzle. Alex was given 8 years, while Ricky was handed 14 years. Today, Alex is in his late 20s and claims he misses his dad sometimes. Many wonder, was he manipulated by a predator, or was he fully aware of what he did? Either way, this story is as unsettling as it is heartbreaking. Number 6. Jackie K. Miller. When Jackie K. Miller, aged 19, gave birth alone using a home birthing kit she ordered online. You can apparently get everything on the internet. No one knew. Sadly, that was just the beginning of a truly tragic story. Jackie later left her newborn baby in a trash bin, saying the baby had already died. But authorities found that was not true. She seemed more worried about what her parents might think than about the life she had just brought into the world. Jackie tried to blame the unknown father, but never gave a name. The court was not convinced and sentenced her to 110 years in prison. Google might teach you how to cut an umbilical cord, but it won't teach empathy. Number 5. John Venables. Possibly the most infamous child criminal in British history. John Venables, and his friend shocked the nation in 1993 when they kidnapped and murdered 2-year-old James Bulger. Skipping school, they found James in a shopping mall and lured him away. What followed was a horrific and calculated crime. They left his body on train tracks to simulate an accident. Venables was 10 at the time. He served 8 years before being released under a secret identity. Then he was caught again, this time with child abuse material, and given yet another new identity. A petition with over 280,000 signatures demanded his permanent incarceration, but so far, he's walking free somewhere under a new name. Sleep tight, Britain. Number 4. Curtis Jones. In Florida, Curtis Jones was just 12 when he shot and killed his father's girlfriend. Why? His diary revealed he wanted to eliminate his entire family, one by one. This was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a premeditated plan, complete with entries that read like a villain's to-do list. He even planned to kill a male family friend next. After a botched escape attempt from juvenile detention in 2004, which added time to his sentence, he ended up serving years in adult prison. Now released at age 29, he remains under lifetime probation. Police say he's no longer a threat. Others keep their fingers crossed. Number 3. Christian Fernandez. Christian Fernandez was 12 when he killed his 2-year-old brother, David. The attack came after years of neglect by their mother, who, instead of calling an ambulance when David was unresponsive, Googled how to wake up an unconscious baby. That's not how emergency care works. Christian had previously knocked out his brother, and this second assault was fatal. He was charged as an adult and sentenced to life, though his sentence was later reduced. His mother got 14 years for her role in the tragedy. Christian's story left people divided. Was he a victim of his environment or a child who committed an unforgivable act? Number 2. Eric Smith. Eric Smith was picked on relentlessly red hair, glasses, and ears that could pick up satellite signals made him a target. But instead of turning to video games or journaling like most kids, he turned to murder. At age 13, he lured 4-year-old Derek Roby into the woods and brutally beat him to death with rocks. The crime made headlines for its brutality and the young ages of everyone involved. Eric was sentenced to life, but was released in 2014 after serving 9 years. Today, he's a free man, and while some say he's rehabilitated, others wonder how someone can just move on from that. As one judge put it, he was a child who did something monstrous. Number 1. Antonio Barbeau. Topping the list is Antonio Barbeau, a 13-year-old who killed his 78-year-old grandmother with a hatchet. He and his friend had planned a robbery, but things went from bad idea to horror movie very quickly. Antonio later vomited in a bathroom, which at least shows some form of human reaction. His sentence? 36 years in prison. He cried during his court statement, so much so that his lawyer had to finish it for him. The judge called it the worst case he'd seen in over 2 decades. When your own grandma isn't safe, it really says something about the depth of this tragedy. If these shocking stories blew your mind, make sure to smash that like button. Got thoughts on these cases? Drop a comment. I read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another wild countdown. Thanks for watching, and remember, not all bedtime stories have happy endings.